Alright, so guys, I really enjoy this, so I'm going to go ahead and make another video. Kind of going through some of the other pairs and some of the other things I'm seeing here. There's just so much to unpack, man, and I think it's smart to go ahead and just kind of show you guys what I'm seeing, so we can kind of go through it together. So you saw the second entry from the first video. There's 2 entries. This is pyramid reversal strategy, obviously, but what I do want you guys to pay attention to is I'm no longer needing the pivots to confirm. I have them, but that's not how I'm trading anymore. Okay, let me show you. So the first one that we took, we drew from here. I hate it whenever that shows. There's no way to get rid of it. So I went from here to the recent pullback, pull down. So right here, this leg, if you will. Let me see if I can draw like a line so y'all can see what I'm talking about easier. So there's a leg here, like this. Boom. From there to there. Okay. More specifically from way up here to there. That's the part I'm measuring. This pullback gave me an entry. This entry led to a 292 play. Okay. This is a little bit off, looks like. Tighten this up a little bit. 282, whatever. Okay, close enough. Anyways, it led to a really sound play. Okay, so now what do I need to do in order to see the next play? Where's the next entry? The next entry is going to be based on the next high. The next high is here. It's here. Is there a pullback? There's no pullback to this level. Okay. So, since there wasn't a pullback to this level, I'm looking, oh, I'm sorry, I'm tripping. Forget that part that I just said, I messed that up. But there's this leg from here to here before there's a real pullback, because this is not considered a pullback. This little peninsula pattern, like consolidation pattern, then fall off, that's not a pullback. So I can't measure, I can't say that the bottom area of this fib fits that. But it does fit whenever I go from here to here. So part of this, it's part science, part art, man, because you gotta be able to see it and say, all right, this is what's going on. All right, this is what makes sense. So this leg is what I'm highlighting. This is what I'm measuring this time. So I measured this one, I measured this one on the third, and this is the third leg. Notice how big it is here. It's the third leg. Notice how big it is. First, and then there's a pullback. That's 2. So Elliott wave theory, he goes through this. You're gonna see it in his course, and you're gonna be like, "Yo, this is crazy how it's all playing in." 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, down to 5. This is the end of it. Excuse me. So on this third one, there's this pull. I could have maybe rode this down further now that I know that this was the third leg of the wave, or the third part of the wave. I didn't, and maybe if I was more aware, I would have called that out on the first video, but I missed it. But boo-hoo, you know, I missed really maximizing the profit whenever there's plenty of profit made anyway. So, but that's part of improvement. You just keep understanding how to tweak and make it better. This right here, pullback, that's the second entry. So this is entry number 2, okay? And then I'm going to look for another entry based on this and based on another pullback. Is there a pullback here? Nope. Is there a pullback here? Nope. I don't see any other pullback. Maybe here. So let me see if I can take the fib and do something there. So we're here. We go down to here for a play, but I don't like this. I would not trade this because we're consolidating right here. That's not good enough for a pullback. I want it to actually pull back. I don't want it sideways and then hope that the momentum's going in the right direction here. So anyways, that's that play. Excuse me. NZD, USD, starting on the monthly chart. Double bottom forming. Boom, boom. You see it? Okay. Weekly, also double bottom. Looks like we had a big bullish engulfing candle off of that bottom for the weekly. Okay, good. Good sign. Let's see what's happening on the daily. Daily came all the way up and hit the 50 EMA and stalled out right there. Okay, so maybe there was a play for me to trade this chunk right here and make money. 4-hour chart. Higher lows, higher highs. Right here, higher high, higher low, and we're in there. There was a play here at some point. So yeah, let's see what it looks like in my hour chart, how it would have really played out to get into this thing. Okay, so there's a break, and I'm looking for a retest of the 50 EMA. Didn't quite pull back enough, looks like. But if I go ahead, for the sake of an example, draw in the beginning of the move to the pullback. This is the pullback. We didn't pull back enough. Okay. And then I can move this on to say, okay, this pullback maybe something like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. This is a third. 1, 2. This is a complicated or a complex 2. Is what that is. And then a third. This is the third leg. And so I got some development to do on that side to understand where that goes. But maybe we do up here, and then this is the pullback in here. So if I measure that, try to see if there's an entry is what I'm trying to do before I look at the pivots. So this is, assuming it's not a complex pullback, but it is, that would be where I would place the fib. But if I try to place the fib here, which is where the second, little move happened, I still didn't pull back far enough to get in on this one. So maybe there's a different entry that I haven't learned about yet that would allow me to get in. But yeah, it just looks like I didn't have enough pullback for me to win on this one. But yeah, it's one like this, a squiggly line. That's number 3, 4, 5, and then we're looking for a reversal going back the other way. We had a double top, so yeah. Crazy how it works, man. You just got to look at it. You got to see it. Focus on seeing it. So clearly there wasn't a play here. There was a move, just not a play. Just fine. Let me show you. Try to see if there's a... See, we barely missed out right here. The pivots will show you, but yeah. Maybe this play right here. So we can maybe ignore these as pullbacks and just focus on this one as a pullback. Let's try that. This is the cool thing, is I get to kind of look at it and test this real time before I actually start using it on plays. So what I'm doing with this and hoping to do with this channel is to teach you guys how to analyze. I don't really care, I don't need to make sure you guys are profiting and stuff and winning. I just want to make sure that you have sound principles around what to practice, right? Because if you get really good at practicing this stuff and then you go take Irek's class, you're going to be like able to actually understand what he's teaching and how important it is to master each and every setup, how you're looking at charts, how you're approaching it, so on and so forth. Just maybe here, if I pull this up, pretend like this was an entry. Yeah. So this is something that I've done. The previous entry becomes the new baseline for the fib, the extended fib. This is complex too, so it kind of could have went either to here or we could have done here, but either one of these that we measure, notice 1, 2, and when you get in the course you'll see what I'm talking about. So go take the course, get started, 14-day free trial, and then come back and watch this video and you'll see what I'm saying. On this 2 right here, 1, 2, this is the second phase in the Elliott wave. This is 1, there's a pullback 2, but it's complex, and then this 3 is this longer, right? So maybe we might be able to even, this is a weird one, it's kind of messy. Anyways, you might be able to use either one of these as baseline, and then say, baseline right there, and then say, okay, this is my entry. And then obviously behind the 7.5 is going to be your stop loss placement. So 7.5 means this, just so you guys know. Okay. That's what these numbers are. 382 is your entry, 7.5 is your stop loss. Your profit target is going to be based on, in this situation, if we're starting here, it's going to look like this. Boom. Boom. Pull in right here. You guys are going to be able to see kind of what price does at these levels. It's crazy how it just stops at these levels. This is 272. Let me go ahead and write this in so you can see that. No, it's not. It's 141. Sorry. 272 is one of my favorite levels, so I would have just stopped here. So I might have not got as much profit as I could have, but check this out. Let's just draw this in so we can see it. I'm fucking excited. It's everything that I was building towards and everything that I thought and assumed would work does work. I would love to learn the skill of back testing on my own, and that's kind of a personal journey, next place to go. In a sense, I have been. I just haven't been too confident in it. But after taking this 14-day trial is like letting me know, like, yo, you really do know your shit, bro. You know, now it's time to go make money. Anyways, pull back, boom, enter, take it up, win, just like that. Crazy, absolutely nuts. This isn't a long play. This is a couple days. This is from, looks like June 4th into my birthday, into the 5th, June 5th. So I could have made some great money on my own birthday. Anyways, 3% play, and that's what it would look like. Wow. Just wow, amazing shit. And then we look for, this is the second breakdown here. There's no pullback, but yeah, we broke through, and maybe we have a pullback soon. And maybe I'll measure it from here. This is what it will look like in real time. Let's just do that. Screenshot this, whatever you need to do. Go look at your own charts and write it in for practice. That's why I'm doing this. It's good to practice. It's good to make these videos, and I started to realize that. So that's why I started doing the YouTube thing in the first place, to be real. Okay, so top. This is a bearish play, obviously. Low, and maybe I have a pullback in this area. Now that's pretty far. Might be able to tweak this entry a little bit. What would that tweaked entry look like? Something like this, maybe. Something that sandwiches it down just a tad. And the reason I would want to do that is because I'm trying to get this 50. This 50 might line up here, and hopefully it does. It looks like I'm going to be overshooting just a tad, which is fine too. But yeah, something like that ish. There's some wiggle room, there's some play there, obviously. and I might not pull back enough. It's a very real possibility. But maybe we see something like this. Again, remember, we're not necessarily using pivots any longer. I don't know how to like turn them off real quick. Let's turn this off. Not necessarily using pivots. We are paying attention to the 50 though. And maybe it looks something like that since I'm 382. And maybe this stop loss is somewhere between. So he says 618 and 75. Since this is a breakout play, I'm going to push it. And so I'm not necessarily going to make a ton on something like this. But now I get to measure and see what my profit would look like. Profit would look something, since this is arbitrary. Obviously the target might be a little arbitrary as well. But anyways, something like that. Stop loss. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do this though. Stop it right there. 1.5 off a very, very safe looking play. This even looks like it might form a head and shoulder with it like a slanting neckline, something like that. Just dropped in, be straight. Yep, just like that, man. Amazing. I love this system. I absolutely love it. Let's see what the 50 looks like on a 4 hour. 4 hour would have to come up and slightly break the 50 MA. We've got some pretty good downward pressure. It's I don't know if I can say that we're in a downtrend. I don't know how to. There we go. I hate it when it does that. Yeah, we're definitely. This is a part of a pullback. We're still overall the trend is down pushing. So this is just like a little quick pullback play. Obviously, there was a bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing, and yeah, we got some downward pressure. So that's a good look. It's good to know. Coming up on a 20 for the weekly. Don't know how much room we really have on the monthly, and we're kind of forming a double bottom. So I wouldn't take like a huge move on something like this, but maybe just real quick. This even might be set up for direction change. We might actually be changing trend. I don't know. Just kind of play this by ear. It definitely looks like a double bottom on the higher time frame. We're just gonna go. Maybe we take a quick move down, jump in front of a speeding bullet, a speeding train, pick up a couple pennies. Maybe. Maybe I'll watch it. This is what I would do on this watch list. Boom, add an alert. Boom, and then delete the rest of this so I can see what I was thinking. See if there's actually a play there. Anyways, I could do this all day, as y'all can see. That's 2 pairs, man, and I just go through each and every one of them and kind of understand and learn. This is something that I was doing in the other videos where I was trading without trading. And what I mean by that is you can look at the chart and understand exactly the mechanics of the trade that you could take and would take. Place the vertical lines that I like using. Place the user indicators. Use everything as if you're really contemplating if you're going to be taking this position. And it's going to train you. It'll train you to identify setups. Taking trades might be a little bit different when there's real money on the line, obviously, which is why I'm so anti trading practice accounts. But what are you going to do, man? This is training. This is mentally lifting weights. This is it right here. Getting ready to be a mental heavyweight in the trading world. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is. So this is the best way I found to do it, is to kind of go through each one, take the time to really understand what's going on. All right, y'all. Peace.